Hey everyone, we are Katherine and Nick North, and here we are having an argument before we even get started about what we're going to talk about.
And how long the video should be.
That's pretty much perfect because what we want to talk about today is how do you co-parent when the other parent has these opinions?
It's true, most families don't have a mom and a dad who have both birthed children. We are excitedly lucky enough to have that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and even in same-sex couples, usually you have a parent who is kind of the primary hands-on parent, and then you have one who's more a little bit like, whatever you want, dear. And what's interesting
no, not us.
For us is that we've both been the primary parent for most of our parenting experience. So when we blended our families, we had these two sets of opinions we had to reconcile.
And mine was always right.
No, mine was always right.
So, here we are.
So the interesting thing is that we don't actually know the answer to this question. How do we reconcile it?
I think that
not elegantly.
Sometimes we're grouchy with each other.
Messily.
And we apologize a lot afterwards. That's one way we manage it.
We stick to our mantra, which is kind and blunt, which means that if you can be kind and still truthfully say the thing that you need to say to your partner, great. But if it comes down to being kind or being truthful, we've committed to being truthful, which is harder than it sounds.
So it causes many a fight. There's no sweeping anything under the rug.
But it's also helped us push through to the other side of a lot of these gnarly conversations, which otherwise would have just festered between us.
Mm-hmm. So we say like if we're in a parenting situation where we disagree about something, we say like we have to tell the truth kindly and bluntly, kind if possible. She's less good at that. Anyway, but
wow.
Low. Maybe I'm less good at it. So so that you have to say the truth.
Because you panicked.
I did. I got in trouble.
Foul.
Then
total red card. Total red card.
Then the next thing you have to do is, why does it matter?
Yeah, getting to the root of why things matter to us has been huge. And it turns out that often we are going for the same goal. We just would have chosen different paths to get there. And so when we can slow down and step away from the situation and talk about like, well, the reason that I think we should do X with our kids is so that they can have a happy, fulfilling life or be healthy or get enough sleep or whatever.
Or be independent or
self-reliant, have resilience.
Whatever version.
And so we can almost always agree on that end goal. And then it becomes a very different conversation, right? Because once we've lined up as like, well, we both want the same thing. It's just that I want to get there through path A and you want to get there through path B.
And usually then the third thing comes in, which is like, okay, when we can line up path A and path B, where is the spot where's the actual sticky spot? It's not necessarily, it's not the whole thing. There's like one spot where I'm like, yeah, but I'm afraid that there's this flaw in the plan and everything's gonna go just like that. Or you're like, yeah, but I'm afraid there's this flaw in the plan where you're stupid.
So if you could break down any like parenting arc into like 100 different steps, right? You're usually not actually arguing about all 100 of the steps. It's usually like step number 74 is the sticking point. And so when you can get really specific and you can both keep the end goal in mind, that helps a lot. But the other thing that I have to say, and I've never said this before, and I feel sort of scandalous, but I really think it's true, is that if you don't have any respect for your co-parents' opinions, you probably shouldn't be parenting with them.
That's probably true.
Right?
But
like often people will ask us like, well, how do you deal with a co-parent who you don't agree with? And what they're really saying is my partner or co-parent is a total dumbass.
Or I don't trust them.
Yeah.
And so there's a different thing
where
altogether.
We have this like baseline of trust, even though he's wrong a lot.
Never. I'm always right. So yes, we disagree.
That's what we've got for today. But yeah, I guess it comes down to the fact that like we trust that at the end of the day, we both want what is best for our kids. And so we're willing to compromise on the methods.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
Be kind, be blunt.
Tell your truth even when it's messy. And don't forget that every family is a beautiful family.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, share, tell all your friends about it.
All those fancy things.
And if we didn't answer something or if you have a follow-up question, ask it in the comments and maybe we'll do a follow-up video. You never know. Thanks for watching.
Bye, friends.